It looks something like this.
Hi, I'm James Wilkinson. I've been a travel editor for over 20 years. On this show, we're going to take you to some of the world's most amazing destinations, from the big cities to the great regional areas. We're going to go inside some of the best hotels, bars, restaurants, galleries, and much more. Right now, we're in London, and this is Wayfarer. We're here at the Strand, home to the iconic Savoy Hotel. It's been here for over 126 years. Inside this grand old hotel is the beautiful American bar, notoriously great for serving up some of the world's best classic cocktails. We're going to go inside and chat to bar manager Declan McGurk to find out what's shaking, stirring and mixing at the moment. The word famous or legendary gets a bit overused sometimes, but not in this case. This is one of the legendary bars on the planet, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're very aware of that. It's something that we always tell the team members, that they need to be very aware of what the guests, what the families of this country think of this establishment. It gives us a big responsibility, really.
And obviously, you've won quite a few awards in the existence of the bar, to be fair, but more recently, best bar team in the world.
Yeah, International Bar Team, which for me is the best award we can possibly win. It's reflective of everyone working here, but for us winning that was a great moment.
Now you've got a very famous book, a very famous cocktail book, the Savoy cocktail book, and that's used in almost every major cocktail bar around the world.
Yeah.
And, a lot of cocktails have been created in these around these walls, haven't they?
Yeah, of course, yeah. And that's very much something that propels us now. We looked at ourselves a few years ago and we maybe thought we weren't just being as creative as we could. And if you go back to the 1930s and Harry Craddock, when he wrote that book, he completely revolutionized the offering of this bar. So what we do now, like him, following his example, we are fully creating and very much giving the statement of our intent, as opposed to just replicating the historical serves.
And you look at it's very dark spirit driven almost again now, isn't it, to a degree, where it's rums and bourbons and whiskies. At the same time, obviously gin is just almost the hottest spirit in the world right now.
What we've really noticed is the weather. We had a very good summer and it was so noticeable, the drinks that were selling, and gin was the dominating force. Now, straight away, the weather's gone cold and it is the dark Sazerac style drinks that people are ordering, even if it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah,
wonderful. You've got a piano just over our shoulder over here, and tell us a couple of stories that our viewers might not know about the American bar here in the Savoy.
Yeah, well, we're one of those classic piano bars, one of the last few remaining. Famously, only the piano player can play on it, and there are multiple award-winning musicians who we've had to politely say, we haven't allowed anyone since Frank Sinatra play on that piano. Please, if you could respect our musicians' time there.
Fantastic, and people are obviously coming in, not just for cocktails, but obviously you're very notorious for serving great champagne and wine at the same time.
Yeah, and atmosphere. I think a lot of people come in for that American bar Savoy atmosphere. It's got a very unique buzz, a very unique energy. When you work here, you just get captivated by it. It means that you come into an atmosphere that you love working in.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. I look forward to having some cocktails later this afternoon.
Good.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
West London neighbourhood of Notting Hill's most famous for the 1999 movie starring Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. Most of that movie was set around Portobello Road, which is right behind me. Well, today we're going to try and uncover some of the great things to do in this suburb, including those markets and some of the great pubs and restaurants in this thriving area. Gentlemen, how are you?
Yeah, good.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Good. So, gentlemen, we're here in Notting Hill, and after such a great tour you guys gave us of East London and Shoreditch, we thought we'd enlist your help again. We're joined by Stuart Trevor, who founded All Saints, one of the great British fashion labels, and Tim Awan, who's the general manager of Moy, which is one of the best jewellery companies anywhere in the world. And first of all, let's start with a beer at the Ladbroke Arms.
Oh, thank God for that.
Let's have a look. Really great pub scene over here in West London, isn't it?
Yeah, London is probably most famous all over the world for the pubs.
Each pub has got a different character. The one that we're here today, the Ladbroke, you know, it's really special. It's got its own unique character. It's got very nice beers, very good food, and it's lovely in the summer outside.
It's interesting with London's pub culture where, you know, I think the food has been getting better as well. That the beer's been getting better, the food's been getting better. The service is also, I think, getting a lot better.
There have been pubs closing down in England in the last 10 years, but the ones that have survived are the ones that have brought in a chef. The better the chef, the better the food, the better the clientele, the better the way it works, and that's why there are amazing pubs. There's a lot less pubs than there used to be, but the ones that have survived are doing everything right.
Well, we're only going to find 2 or 3 today, but boys, let's go for a bit of an adventure. Let's go and have a look around sort of Portobello Road, find a few hidden gems in this great neighbourhood.
That's lovely, that one. How much is that?
45 and 65.
Look at that thing there.
Comes with a leather case, accessories, films.
Oh, wow.
This one here.
On a handle.
Yeah.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah.
It's not bad. Look at that thing.
That's amazing, eh?
So vintage just became that whole kind of thing here because it seemed to be really embraced in even the last 10 years. Everything seems to be vintage along here.
Yeah, I mean it's specialist in antiques, and you know there are people that specialise in jewellery, people that specialise in watches, then there are vintage cashmere or clothing stores that do. This is where like Jimi Hendrix got those sort of band jackets.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So is it more of a fun kind of window shop more than anything else really for Portobello Road? You just come along here, watch and look and check things out?
People, yeah. I mean, like, it's a big tourist thing. So a lot of it is about food. I think a lot of street food started here, and that's become more and more important over the last couple of years.
Gentlemen, thank you for taking us around a bit of Notting Hill. We've seen quite a fair bit today. We've seen some of the antique markets, we've seen some of the street stalls, we've seen a few pubs. It's been really great to have your company and give us a bit of a really nice insight into this part of London. So here's cheers to that, and let's enjoy some of the food at the Prince.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Pleasure.
Named one of the top hotel bars in the world, the Lobby Bar at 1 Aldwych offers both serious cocktails and great bar food in a fabulous Covent Garden location. Recently launching the old-fashioned cocktail trolley, each drink is blended to the guest's personal taste and is prepared tableside by one of the bar's award-winning bartenders. Its unique London vibe makes it the perfect place for both work and play.
So the cocktail trolley is something that we came up with this year, actually. It's been something very dear to me. The Old Fashioned is one of my favorite cocktails, and I always wanted to give it a bit of a revisitation, to bring it back to life in a different way. So the cocktail trolley allows us to do the cocktail old-fashioned tableside and give a sense of bespokeness and also a luxurious touch, because the guests can then choose a different base, the different bitter and the different syrup. So it's completely entire up to the guest taste and choice. So historically, the definition of the word cocktail is spirit, sugar, bitters and water. And that is actually what inspired me to do the old-fashioned trolley, because that is the definition of an old-fashioned. Even if the old-fashioned only came on books in 1900s, the definition of cocktail in 1600s was exactly this one. And to this day, that is the recipe, the main recipe of one of the old-fashioned.
Hello, how are you? Very well. Well, that's it from us in London, and we really hope you enjoyed our guide to the best the capital has to offer. I'm off on another British Airways flight now, so it's time for me to leave, but thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Coming up on the next episode of Wayfarer. Hi, I'm James Wilkinson. I've been a travel editor for over 20 years. On this show, we're going to take you to some of the world's most amazing places. We're going to show you some of the world's best hotels, bars, restaurants, galleries, and much more. Today, we're in New York City.
Prepare for takeoff.
We're in one of the real hidden gems here, which is the Walker Hotel in Greenwich Village. We're here at the luxurious Conrad, New York downtown. We're here in West Village of New York, and Lee's taking us on a bit of a pizza tour. And Lee, what's our first stop? See you next time.